Good morning. My name is Tiffany Cano. I don't usually process publicly. It's out of my comfort zone to do so. But some of the things that I'm feeling and thinking, I know I'm not alone in it. My personal triggers may be different than yours, but I thought I would just be out loud about it, see if this could help to heal me and be cathartic at the same time. So, this is what's going on. I'm going through a new energy, a new set of energies in my life where I'm getting initiated into like more blessings. And this particular initiation is all about initiating my voice. And in the last week, I had several downloads, like intuitive downloads of things that I need to say and do and write, like 9 articles, 20 videos, and I think 10 healings on the go guided meditations. And so I was looking at all of this and I was feeling in a good flow, and then it's just overwhelm hit me. Overwhelm with too much. Ooh. Then overwhelm hit me. Overwhelm with too much good energies. So my whole aura got congested and overexpanded, especially my mental body. So my spiritual, mental, and emotional bodies all overexpanded like a balloon where the thin edges were getting so thin they were ready to pop. So when our aura gets really overexpanded like that, it can have us be a little bit more susceptible to like the common cold and other emotional energies and physical energies that can come at us if we're not doing a better job of holding our space. So that's what happened to me. And now I want to go inside myself and see what it is that's all stirred up. And so that's why I wanted to stand in front of this particular painting that I made, because this to me is about representing all of my light and all of my dark. So this is like my shadow and this is my light. And really being able to go into all of these places within and love them and accept them and welcome them, even the dark. And really acknowledge and honor it, because there's a purpose. There's a purpose for both. And so when I go inward, the first thing that pops up is this fear. It's fear that I'll die. If I get my word out, I'll die. See my resistance just in even like saying it. So in previous lifetimes, I know I have died from speaking my truth and being a healer, being burned at the stake for being a witch, being tortured, and many horrible things happening to me from getting my voice out and letting my intuitive gifts be out loud, healing and saving hundreds and thousands of people. And yet some people were afraid. They were afraid of me, and some people still are. And it hurts and it's sad and it sucks, because I'm just trying to do good in the world. I don't need to heal everybody. I don't need to save everybody. I don't want to. It's not my thing. But I do want to be able to help the people who are ready and want to be healed. and resonate with me. Last night, this whole like cold symptom stuff just hit me in full force, and I laid in bed with 2 sweatshirts on, and then 6 blankets, and my heater was on. 6 blankets, heater, 2 sweatshirts, socks, gloves, and I still couldn't get warm. I was like freezing to death. Literally, I had this cellular memory of being frozen to death, like outside in the cold, alone, frozen to death. And I know that that's just a memory, a cellular memory of something that happened in a past life. And so I'm welcoming that. I'm honoring it and acknowledging it. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to my body. I'm sorry to all the people with whom I have hurt and have given the cold shoulder to and cut off and like kicked them out, like kicked them to the curb. My alarm's going off. And I'm so sorry to myself for cutting myself off. Because I think when I got afraid of various, when I got afraid of my power, I started to shrink and self-sabotage. See, a week ago, I felt the most powerful I've felt maybe ever. And I didn't know what to do with that. On one hand, I loved it. It was rocket fuel. It's what created, all these big, awesome plans for my business. I mean, I felt invincible. And then there was this chirpy voice that was, talking to me about, pride and ego. That's where spiritual aspirants fall on their spiritual path. You better be careful with that. And so and so that's, I think, what happened. Like, that was the moment that hugeness started to do one of these and decline, and my space got all funked up, and I was warring and battling between all this light in me and all of this dark in me. And it's finding a way right now to honor my fears and to welcome them. So I'm going to mentally say out loud, or verbally say out loud, what I would be saying to myself, because maybe some of these words can help you. I honor and acknowledge and accept all your fears. I love and accept you in your entirety. I love your strengths and I love your weaknesses. Tiffany, it's the totality of who you are that has me love you. And it's safe to be you. It's safe to be ugly and let the momentary bits of ugliness splash out sometimes, because we're human and we're flawed and we make mistakes and we F up. And I forgive you for that, and I love you for it. And I forgive you for being afraid and self-sabotaging. I forgive you for not being able to integrate the new blessings and frequencies and initiation energy better. I forgive you. I welcome the cough. I love and accept and approve of the cough. I'm not trying to change the cough. I'm not trying to suppress it or hide from it or get pissed off and say, F you. I'm just welcoming it and being with it. I'm welcoming the cough. I'm welcoming what the cough represents, which is fear of my voice. Fear of getting the messages that I feel are divinely guided through me out into the world. To go big takes courage. So it's that willingness to have fears, but yet move forward with action anyways. And so the parts of me that are still afraid of that, what do you need? I'm going to go inward for a second. What do you need to be on board with me? Okay, so one voice says, don't go. Don't do it. Another says, we want to believe you and that will be safe, but we don't have a history to support that idea. So I'm asking myself, what do I need to feel safe? What do I need to feel safe on this journey? Feel safe to open my voice. Feel safe to speak the truth in accordance to my perception of it. And so the parts that wanted to believe me but didn't have a track record, they said that they're willing to give it a shot, that they would like me to be patient with them. And these are all the parts within me that I'm referring to. Like, most of them are at a subconscious level. So it requires like awareness and meditation to be able to actually hear the voices within. And in no way means that I'm crazy or need to go to a psych ward. We all have voices within us. It's, usually the loud, critical, chirpy voices that we most often hear. The ones that say you're too fat, you're too thin, you aren't good enough, you're not worthy, blah, blah, blah. Those are the types of voices that I'm talking about here. And so the one voice that was saying, no, don't go, I don't want to do it, no, I'm not ready, you'll die. That voice, I feel guided to just let it live this way. And my lesson is to just love and accept it and not try to change it. It's okay for this part of me to have that voice. It does its best to keep me safe. I know that about it. And I love it for that. I acknowledge it. I thank it. I thank you to all my parts, all the parts that are my cheerleaders and all the parts that my stupid alarm. You can tell I'm trying to fit this video in before I do a conference call in 5 minutes. So just honoring and acknowledging all of these parts, knowing that they have a purpose for me, that they're trying to keep me safe. And the cheerleader ones, as well as the ones that are putting on the brakes and saying, no, don't go, we'll die. And seeing what we can do to be in partnership, to have new agreements when necessary. And, right now, I just want to scream from the rooftops. Be like, I have a message. I have a message. And these messages are going to be coming out in 9 articles in the next month or two, and 20 plus videos, and this isn't one of those videos either, and 9 healings on the go. My message is getting out there. I've already started it. So stay tuned. And thank you for supporting me on my journey as I become more confident with my ability to contribute to the world. Putting myself out there is vulnerable. It is. And so it's not always intuitively, it doesn't always, it's not always easy, but I do it anyways. Because that's my purpose in life. My purpose is to alleviate suffering through energy healing and clairvoyant readings. And I do this for people as well as animals. And so I work on myself every day to heal and improve and upgrade myself so that I can be better at contributing to the world and my community. Thank you for allowing me this space. Go in peace. Namaste.